On a perfect June day, I arrived at the Albert Hall, having quite forgotten what it was like to travel in the rush hour. Although I was there well before the doors opened at 10:30, I was not the first in the queue by any means. I had an excellent aisle seat on the arena floor at the Albert Hall, which gave me a good view of the stage. All the Board of Trustee members wore hats or fascinators, probably the ones worn at the Royal Garden Party 2 days previously, when the wind was so strong that many ladies had to abandon their headwear. The royal guests entered the stage with only the Queen wearing a hat. The Queen, Princess Royal and the Countess of Wessex all looked very happy and smiled a lot. The Queen said she was delighted to join us for this special event and acknowledged how much the WI has done for women in our society. There has been significant social and economic changes in the country, but throughout the WI has been constant, ensuring women could acquire new skills and nurture special talents. Women were now playing a much greater role in all areas of public life. At lunchtime, I went outside along with a few thousand other women to find my friend from Aston Clinton WI in Buckinghamshire. We sat on the grass in Hyde Park and had our lunch before returning for the afternoon session, when 2 inspiring women, Tanni Gray-Thompson and Helena Morrissey, gave personal accounts of how they had risen to such prominent positions. At the end of a most memorable day, each WI delegate was given a small box piece of the centenary fruit cake, made from the same recipe as the Queen's cake, but I didn't need a knife to cut mine with. I was also given one of the roses which had decorated the stage, a special centenary rose commissioned for the WI. I felt honoured to have been Lympstone's delegate as well as president in the WI's centenary year. Lympstone WI has been going for 97 years in November, and we hope to make it to our century in 2019, when we shall have another WI landmark.
It was with spontaneous cheers and applause that the Queen was today greeted by members of the WI. Accompanied by the Countess of Wessex and Princess Anne, Her Majesty was obviously touched. A WI member herself since 1943, the Queen opened today's centenary AGM by speaking about the continued relevance of the organisation.
I am delighted to join you here today for the National Annual General Meeting in this, the 100th year of the Women's Institute in Britain. In the century since the first WI groups were formed in North Wales and in Sussex, so much has changed for women in our society. There has been significant economic and social change since 1915. Women have been granted the vote. British women have climbed Everest for the first time, and the country has elected its first female Prime Minister. The Women's Institute has been a constant throughout, gathering women together, encouraging them to acquire new skills and nurturing unique talents. In the modern world, the opportunities for women to give something of value to society are greater than ever, because through their own efforts, they now play a much greater part in all areas of public life. Over the past 100 years, the WI has continued to grow and evolve with its members to stay relevant and forward-thinking. In 2015, it continues to demonstrate that it can make a real difference to the lives of women of all ages and cultural backgrounds, in a spirit of friendship, cooperation and support. I congratulate you all on this significant occasion and formally declare this annual general meeting open.
The image of the WI will forever be associated with turning £12 million of fruit into jam to help aid the war effort during World War II. But the first WI, founded in Anglesey, was a formidable practical force, bringing education to poor women living in rural areas. For a non-political organisation, it has backed revolutionary campaigns, including voting rights for women, demands for equal pay and better information about sexual health. More recent campaigns may not have gained the same profile, but the commitment of current volunteers is unquestionable.
These are just some of the 212,000 members that the WI has. It's a figure that some political parties in Britain would find enviable. But the organisation says it isn't resting on its laurels. It's seeking to diversify its membership and attract younger people too.
Every January for more than 70 years, Her Majesty the Queen has come to this village hall for the annual Sandringham WI meeting. She's only ever missed a handful of them due to illness or pregnancy. Such is their importance to her. Her first visit here as Queen was in 1953, but she'd been coming for years before that, and it's remained a family tradition. It's a very private gathering, and we can't film it when it's underway, but we've been allowed in beforehand. And it looks like any other village hall holding any other WI meeting.
She pours the tea and makes sure that it's as you like it, and she will offer the cakes round, and then we'll respectfully offer them back. So it's just a sort of ladies having tea together.
And I hear that she's quite au fait with modern technology.
Oh, very, yes. She just suddenly put her hands up and said, "I've been Skyping." And I looked at her and she said, "I've been Skyping Zara in Australia." She was all over the moon.
So the most important question, what is the Queen's favourite cake?
We don't know for definite, but we're led to believe that the Queen does enjoy a nice slice of gingerbread.